Good morning from Yummy BTV. Wishing you all well, sending plenty of love your way, and hoping your day will go the best it possibly can. Now, before I went to do the interview with the lovely Sasha yesterday, I was expecting it to go, you get a vision in your mind of it going different to how it turned out. Now, my fault, admittedly so. I get down there. Sasha's been suffering with other stuff that she didn't mention yesterday during the interview. Some real sad stuff going on down there, right? So I will not be exploiting people's vulnerability. Okay? One, that's one thing that I definitely won't do, not for the sake of views and drama, all right? So she let out some very positive messages for young girls and things like that. I'm not going to go into that interview now. What I'm going to go into is, in it interesting this morning, that guess who's appeared? Humpty Dumpty, the great BOMOM, decides to message and comment places and say, why doesn't Uncle Yummy do a video on when he put a knife up to a lady's throat when he ran into a place that he thought was a hotel? Now, interesting that you should be coming out with all this after yesterday, and we gave you a squeeze yesterday. So if you want to continue, it's up to you, because I've got the files on there. Now let's get this thing perfectly straight. Knives up women's throats, hitting ladies and all that. I've got my full antecedents, all my previous convictions that I've ever done, all the ingredients. And no, I have never put my hand or put a knife to a lady's throat before. All right? So when you're talking stuff, because this is a bit of an empty head you are, because you just throw off at the mouth. Now, you've looked at the Google again, like you told everyone last year. He was only an armed robber with a cucumber. On some of them robberies, banana, cucumber, a replica firearm, when I was running around late at night like a raving lunatic, and I got 13 years for him. No suggestion that I ever physically harmed anybody, even though they're very shameful and disgraceful robberies in the midst of frightening people as well. What you need to do when you say such things is you need to bring the evidence, the paperwork, where it says what you're saying, and then bring it up here. No one's going to listen to you if you just talk and just throw comments in because you're upset that someone was speaking their truth, because we know that you sent them the other lot round to everyone's house, and that's why you're really upset, because you knew that I was on that from the other thing, not from what she said. We got you there, didn't we? I know, because that's a bit of guilt and a bit of dirt that you have to carry with you for the rest of your days, right? So in hindsight, people, if you want, even though I've done it before, I put all my paperwork up online on all my crimes that we've discussed during a very hectic lifetime that I had before I became a non-criminal. No, there's never no suggestions on my crimes apart from the early bits in the children's home where I sadistically hurt, threatened, maimed anybody apart from when I was in prison, I'm afraid. Yeah, I frightened a few people pretending I had a gun and all that, but no, there's nowhere in my history where I have ever put my hand on a lady. So lay down, Humpty, because now you've opened up a whole can of worms. I've given you the chance to come out and prove these comments that you're putting around just because a young lady spoke her truth yesterday. Be very careful, because I have big files on you and you need to be aware of it. We know that as soon as anybody throws anything up there, you go and try and get it limited so they don't get paid for it and make a complaint straight away. You're not God. You don't own the whole of YouTube. It's not down to you just because you go everywhere talking about everybody. Just because people talk about you and you go, I'll block that, I'll say this and I'll say that. And that. You was a sad man. And in reality, you only have to take one look at you to know that you was a horrible man. Nobody, especially women, have never ever said that about me. I soon come, you lot. I'm going live later on. Have a good day.